Salve, salve, galera, uma boa tarde para vocês de sábado. Hoje eu vou continuar aqui a gameplay do jogo Nobody Want Die, jogo que eu adquiri com meu rewards. E não só ele, eu adquiri dois jogos, ele na promoção no Rei com rewards, e eu não paguei praticamente nada. Na verdade eu paguei nada, né? Paguei só com o valor do rewards. E também o Nicoderico, que é um outro jogo que eu vou jogar, que eu tava com vontade de comprar. Então eu comprei dois jogos com meio rewards e não tive nenhum a mais para ter esses jogos. Eu falo, o rewards é vida, galera. Bem, e o Game Pass também. Então eu vou jogar agora, dar continuidade a esse jogo. É um jogo ficção científica, onde eu estou na pele de um detetive investigando uma série de assassinatos, onde no futuro as pessoas são imortais. Ninguém morre no futuro. Ou seja, há uma empresa que ela transfere a consciência de uma pessoa para outra, para outro corpo, e assim você fica imortal. E está acontecendo uma série de assassinatos ligados a essa empresa que eu estou investigando. Bem, a história do jogo lembra muito Altered Carbon, que é uma série da Netflix, e todo o visual do jogo, principalmente por causa de ter um detetive, lembra também Blade Runner, né? Quem assistiu o filme Blade Runner ou assistiu a sua continuação, vai ver que esse jogo tem muita identificação com Blade Runner, só não tem os androides. Bem, sem mais delongas, vamos aqui continuar aqui a minha jogatina. E vou ver se finalizo ele hoje, porque o jogo não é longo, galera. O jogo é 4 horas, de 4 a 5 horas de jogativa. É um jogo narrativo, não tem muita ação. É um jogo mais de investigação e aonde tem algumas partes de ação, mas não tem uma ação aí focado muito na ação. Ele é focado mais em narrativa mesmo, tá? Na história. Então vamos continuar aqui.
Starless night. No surprise there. This much air pollution. Every night's starless. The opera.
Take away the singing and the shitter break in the middle, and all you got left is your average daytime soap.
Old Zed. Man's a classic. True professional. He'll fix any machine you bring him. As long as you're not picky about where the parts come from. One of the most expensive restaurants in the city. And the tiniest fucking servings I've ever seen in my life. Pitiful. Disgusting. At night, they ventilate the ground floor plants. They say it's necessary. Necessary to dump even more pollution into the air. Fuckers.
Gostei bastante do visual desse jogo.
Fucking rich. Even the dead can take someone off a case. Risk for a fucking piece of plastic. Can't even tell what it's for. Which? That is the question. Scottish heritage in my hands. Not much in the world makes sense to me anymore. This, I understand. Sweeter than perfume.
The Icarus disaster has shaken the city. Now new facts have come to light, which will bring you live in just a moment, in an exclusive special report.
I wonder how Sarah is dealing with it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Check engine again? Just had it in the shop last week. Fuck it. I'll take it out of Zed's hide later. Hi, Sarah. You listening to the radio?
It's the middle of the night. Are you drinking again?
Relax. I'm on autopilot.
You or the car?
Did you hear? Icarus is already in the news.
No shit, Sherlock. They've been trumpeting it all over the media for an hour. Wait till they find out politicians have tried to lower the age of free body subscriptions again. People are gonna lose it.
They'll get over it. It's just another tax.
Just another tax. Do you know that I barely saved up for my first subscription? All the money was spent on living. If I had to pay a year earlier, I probably wouldn't be here.
Life's a bitch.
Thousands of people in the same boat every year. Not everyone makes it, and these fucks want to take away what little chance they have. How can they?
I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit about politics. Period.
But it's not politics. People's lives depend on these decisions. They're what decides if you end up in the freezer or not.
Cool off. You're young.
Oh, fuck off with that bullshit. I really can't understand it. I mean, they knew about the consequences. How can they just make decisions like that between drinks? Like human lives mean nothing? Are there any moral boundaries left?
Boundaries still exist. We may not cross them, but some people are just evil and don't try to understand them.
Why?
Because they're bastards, and only other bastards can understand them.
Okay, hang on, Mr. Pessimism. Did you just admit there are good people in the world, and they include us?
We may not be the best, but yeah, until we screw up.
Okay, that sounds more like you. I was starting to worry. You know, I didn't think it was possible, but looks like we're on the same page. James, can I ask you something personal?
We'll see.
Do you believe in life after death? The real one?
I thought I was the drunk one here.
Well, apparently in the past, people used to ask stuff like that all the time.
Because the average lifespan was less than 100 years.
And now? Can we believe in anything beyond this?
Okay. Wait a sec. Let's just say I believe in technology. Now we have Icarite, the bank. I'd love to believe in all that other stuff.
Acredito em tecnologia, eu também acredito em tecnologia.
I'm sorry.
Eu acredito em tecnologia.
Forgot. I overstepped.
Relax. Nothing happened.
What if you could choose? The bank or death?
Oh, shit. Bank. There's always a chance the NYPD will unfreeze me. Then they'll put me in debt and make me pay it back. Damn it. Bloody hell.
James? James, what's going on?
Charms of an E-class shell. Got it from a junkie.
Still having synchro issues?
Yes. A whole list of shitty side effects. Those damn shivers. You know what's funny? I get the worst shakes in the toilet.
Well, that might be where the last guy liked to shoot up. Part of that may be conditioning. Memory imprinted on the shell. When the body gets certain signals, it's trained to react, expecting the drugs.
Okay, got it. You were the one who took notes at school.
Do you take care of regular synchro tests? Are you taking ambrosia?
Yeah. I'm an exemplary citizen.
It's important that you do it.
Thanks for caring. This is my fourth body. I can handle it. What are the weirdest synchro issues you've heard of?
I only know cases from police files, and they're not very amusing.
I heard about a guy who sensed it.
I know what synesthesia is.
He was the...
Whoa, did it hit?
No, he was...
Well, as for your...
Why do you ask?
Well, did it go...
Apparently, we're unaware during the transfer, but... Damn, I remember the burning and itching all over my body. I thought I was going crazy. Seth, my partner, said something was weighing him down. He also knew a guy who felt like he was falling off of a cliff every time he changed bodies. That's probably nothing unusual. Don't worry about that.
Attention! Vehicle in a drift prohibited zone. Hands up! What are you holding?
Seriously? Don't you have anything better to do?
I advise you to cooperate. What's your name?
I'm on the job, for fuck's sake.
You will be held responsible for making false statements. So tell the fucking truth. What are you doing here?
Resting after I fucked up half the city with a train. 2 weeks ago? Maybe you heard about it.
I have his data. James Kara, badge number 984. He's Department of Mortality, but not active in the system.
Holy shit. It really is that psycho from the train.
One last time. What were you doing here in the middle of the night?
I had to take an extra job, like everybody else in the department. You know how it is.
Shit. James, there's a bolo from the car from Icarus.
Hey, check that out.
How'd your vehicle get those marks?
Good question. Shit, he was already like this when I picked it up at the workshop. Got it from Zed. You guys know him? Old bastard gave me a voucher for a car wash. Good luck finding one open at this hour.
Shit! Bolo for a 99 Bluebird! Hands in the air! Don't move! Tow the car right now!
Scan the fucker. Hey! Do not move! Hands where we can see them!
Did you get rid of the evidence from Icarus? Look! They're gonna take us both in!
Okay. I'll spill. Yes, I was on the Icarus, but they threw me off the case. Chief Steiner himself gave the...
James, you stupid cunt! Will you just shut the fuck up? You're making it worse!
We're placing you under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Attention all nearby units. Burglary in process at the jewelers. Corner of 11th and 58th. Floor 117. Repeat. All nearby units. Staff. Repeat. Burglary in progress. Corner of 11th and 58th. Floor 117.
Ah, fuck this guy. Let's go.
got us.
Did it work? Did they take the bait?
Wait. Did you call in a fake burglary?
Uh-huh. It was all I could think of.
Well, well. I'm impressed. Thanks for saving my ass. One thing, though. Cunt? Seriously?
I panicked.
Cara, o cara só bebe, maluco. Ah, mas vai sentar de novo.
Okay, James. I'm no expert, but the universe seems to be telling you to go home.
You believe in science?
I believe it's 2 a.m. and I'm getting sick of you.
Seriously? Shit. I owe you an apology. Didn't look at my watch.
James, I know you have your demons. I've read your file, but you've got to learn to control them.
Why do you think I drink so much?
But you know the saying? The sleep of reason produces monsters. Put the vodka away and rest. It will help.
Well, then I won't be as funny. Besides, it's a title, not a saying.
What?
Sleep of Reason Produces Monsters. It's the title of an old drawing. I saw the hologram. The guy falls asleep with his head on the desk. There are boogeymen and bats swirling around him, like a coming for him. You can almost hear the flutter of their wings. It was, Goya, I think?
Suddenly you know art.
Rachel knew art. She liked this place, too. Used to stop here sometimes when I picked her up from work.
It's time to go back, James. Please, take care of yourself.
Viagens alucinadas. Nossa, caramba!
Rachel! Rachel! Waking Sarah up for a drunken call was as healthy as my usual cigarette dinner. But I needed this conversation. And something told me she needed it too. Anyway, it was a nice contrast with all these conversations that leave me hungover even when I don't drink. I shouldn't be driving like this. Seems like the whole city's turning to dust, and I still feel the festive atmosphere. We gather around the fire, sing songs, argue about politics. Thanks to this charade, you lie to yourself for another year that your life matters. Shit. I have to go home.
Fala lá no Naco, beleza? É, o jogo é bonzinho mesmo, ele é bonito. Não tá no Game Pass não, eu adquiri ele com o meu Rewards. Comprei ele com o meu Rewards. Ele e um outro jogo.
Not good.
Welcome home. James, Kara, I recommend immediate decontamination. The level
Eu
of
comprei com o meu
contamination of
Rewards.
the shell is alarmingly above all norms.
I know.
The synchronization test will take place soon. Please do not leave the apartment for the next 24 hours.
Fuck. Where are the fucking drugs?
Encontrei o remédio? O remédio tá aqui, ó.
Don't you already know who the murderer is?
How did I...
Hey, doesn't the hero die at the end?
Yes. But he's trying.
And when will you cuff me?
You want me to cuff you?
Don't you want
É,
to?
cara, eu tô gostando.
If I don't get up from
Eu tô
this couch,
gostando.
grab my drugs,
Ué,
I'll
isso.
die. Drugs should be in the kitchen. Or the restroom. Maybe upstairs. Damn, empty. I think I got an...
I won't get rid of this hologram unless you take me there. Copy that.
Fala com quem, gente? Fala sozinho, quem tá no banheiro? Vazio.
There's nothing in this one either.
In ancient cultures, the Moirai were an allegory of destiny. They look terrible lately. Try to smile a little, just a little bit.
Giving us the slightest chance. Please tell us to stay at home. Good luck with that. The city is on fire!
Attention! The sync test is ready. Immediately approach the Hestia module. Logged. James, Kara, welcome back. I'm starting the synchro test. Please take a deep breath and imagine a safe space. Feel the ground under your feet. Excellent. Very literally, but perfect. Please select a seat. Our own death is a difficult experience that we naturally repress from consciousness. In order to enable smooth functioning in the new body, we need to remember the last moments of our lives and
together face the trauma of the last death. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Before we get to the point, please recall the first death.
It was just an injury. I just changed my body. My old shell went to the Hall of Fame. It looks pretty good there.
Please start calibration process. Calibration successful. Thank you. Let's go to the memories. It's time to confront them. Proceed to the next stage. Synchronization is the ability to put the past into perspective. Please try to do this. You are at the peak of your abilities and career. Have you
Seja
thought about
bem-vindo,
buying a synchro
bem-vindo ao
plus
inscrito.
program?
Thanks. I can't afford it.
No worries. Common tests work just as well. Please, continue.
Não, não quero dica não. Tá aí. Tô completamente alucinado, mano.
A new chapter in life?
I had no choice. I didn't synchronize with the new shell like I did with my original.
Positive rate threshold is 80%.
Maybe for you. Sports, a fraction of it.
Excellent. You found a new purpose in life.
São todas as minhas lembranças. Tô construindo as minhas lembranças que estão fragmentadas. Estavam despedaçadas.
Finding yourself in a new reality is a huge challenge.
Turns out I have a knack for this job.
Do you miss your job?
You don't even realize.
Let's move on to the last death event.
Agora a morte.
It seems that the complexity
O
of the
acidente
trauma
de
will
trem,
not allow
né?
us to continue.
I can handle it.
Synchronization is a process, not an act. Try to isolate minor events using all your senses, or stop and extend the recovery period.
No! I'll remember. I'll get it from my memory. Some shine, grease, burn, and...
Excellent.
Seriously? I had a chance to hit it, but my gun jammed, even though I cleaned it the day before.
Who did you want to hit?
All I remember is we were on a mission. Me and Seth. Powerful explosion. I think it derailed the train. My ears were ringing. Fuck. I don't remember.
What about Seth and the one you were chasing? Can you focus on them?
I'll try. So many bodies. I had to get it. Dispense justice. The bastard kept eluding me.
James, do you blame yourself for what happened to him?
A morte do amigo dele. Ele tem trauma da morte do amigo dele que eu tenho. Trauma a morte do meu amigo.
But I was his partner. He relied on me.
Unstable simulation. We'd better stop for today, all right?
Now? When do I get a chance to pass the damn test? I won't let this go. I can't. I'll finish it, and I'll be back where I belong.
É eu mesmo.
Attention. Dynamic element detected. James, it's dangerous. It could be projection, not recollection.
What projections? This is my fucking window.
Rapaz. A viagem dele, né? Caramba.
We recommend staying home. Your mental state is very strained and you need time to recuperate.
How long until I'm back to work?
From 9 to 12 months.
Ah, por isso que ele tá afastado, por causa desse problema que ele tá.
Sarah, I fucked up. I don't know how to say this, but I think I'm admitting guilt.
What happened? Is everything all right? What have you done?
I can't do anything. I have no chance to go back.
James.
No. I'll finish the case. I won't leave it like this, but I won't drag you down with me. I'm sorry for earlier. I'll cover all traces. I can't drag everyone down all the time. I didn't deserve it.
Whew. Wow, that's very kind of you.
Excuse me?
You're such a drama queen sometimes. What did you think, I'd leave it like that? I'll leave you with it? I have a few leads to discuss.
Really?
You think you're the only person in this town who wants to know what's going on?
Let's get busy then.
Where do we start?
Since the Zeppelin crashing into the building right after Green's death is more than just a lucky break.
Lucky?
For us. Definitely not for them. You know exactly what I mean. Let's start with the connection between the Green case and the Icarus shooting.
Olha lá, primeiro foi...
encrypted the Icarite. Why do something like that?
Não.
To avoid answers when your corpse turns up in an inconvenient situation. That tell you something?
Shit. Too
Também
many
não.
copper phase conductors with polyvinyl insulation.
What?
I really don't know.
Bem não. Ah, tá, foi. Foi, tá conectado. Oh, esse conector.
Chief's errand boy.
I wonder how big his stable was.
É, mas tem que ter a conexão dele. Ainda não é.
Motherfuckers. I still can't believe it.
Não,
At least
tá.
their plans
Ainda não
will
é
take a lot
agora.
longer. Burn to a crisp.
Esse é. Não, não é não.
Was that laughter?
No. You've identified him. Great.
Yeah, it's a developer named Travis Collette.
Travis Collette. Bonjour, Travis. Travis Collette. Travis Collette.
James.
Sorry.
O que o caso de que o tiroteio tem em comum? Eles têm em comum a serpente. É a serpente. Eu acho que é a serpente.
It looks fresh this time.
É a serpente,
Probably made on the day
sabia.
of the massacre.
Aí agora vem aqui.
Only the date on Green's
Pista
tree was carved long
escorregadia.
ago.
O símbolo
The
da
one in the
árvore
safe was
e do
done
cofre
Sarah, it must
e,
mean something.
e do novo e da nova data. Uma delas é recente, outra foi criada há muito tempo. Qual é a conexão? A conexão acho que é isso aqui, ó. Não é, a conexão não é o distinção. A conexão
The famous psychologist back in the circle of
não
suspects.
é o cachecol não.
More on the periphery.
A carta. Ah, não. É. Ai, mano, caramba! Não é essa conexão. Bem, vem aqui. Escorregadio. Símbolo da árvore. Uma delas foi criada há muito tempo. Essa aqui. É. Ah, tem mais coisa aqui, ó.
Was the toxicology of the rest clean?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Ah,
but it was
toxicologia.
normal for this social class.
Toxicologia do remédio é
You think
mesmo.
Kovalev had poison in
Verdade.
his blood too? Like green?
Do you have access to the CTC
Uma,
registers? They should be in there by now.
uma tema mortal. É
Checking.
claro, assim como
Roy,
Green,
Park,
a data final da
Dean is there
morte.
too,
Mas
but
por que que ela
No
fez
sign of
tanto
Kovalev.
So we have another connection to Green. A final death.
Aqui. Ah, tem mais
So the
coisa.
watch with a photo wasn't evidence of a friendly quarrel between Koval. Sarah,
Isso.
you have access to the CTC registers.
Just checked. Kovalev's Eagerite never made it there, which means that this is another.
This is another final death. They both left this world, and they left behind quite a mess.
Do you think they managed to carry out the plan from Green's letter?
All we know is they gave their lives for it.
Could anyone here know Green and Kovalev were up to something?
Damn good question. Let's check.
As the chief's trusted man, he must have known about Green's death.
Just what was he looking for here? Sarah, can you check what building this is?
How am I supposed to do that? This is just a
That was
small
the-
section. I need more to work with here.
Não, não é. Não é, não. É, acho que esse aqui.
I'm not busting your balls, but James, please focus.
Estão negociando. Que isso? Ah, acho que esse aqui, ó. É ele mesmo. É ele. Eu concluí a análise.
So Dean was buying
Aquele
the
cara.
blueprints for Green's apartment from Colette. And Colette didn't know about Green's death. And that order not to board Icarus. You think Dean was following the chief's orders?
We can't rule out that Dean was working for someone else.
Like who? And what the hell do Green's plans have to do with it?
Let's focus on the second question.
You think we missed something at Green's?
Everything points to that.
As long as everyone's focused on the riot now, the apartment should be empty.
Great. Let's finish what we started.
Diagnostics complete. Repair cost and fine $938.
Fuck you. And don't wait for me with dinner. I'll be late.
Eu fui comprado
After our
porque
little nightly talk,
à beira
I
da
knew I wasn't
loucura.
alone in all this. Sarah may have been only a voice in my earpiece, but it was a voice of integrity and reason, which was what I needed at times, and which could be switched off at other times.
James, should I send you a sleeping bag? Get a move on. Turn on the camera. Stand back. The feds secured the entrance.
Could you?
I'm on it.
You get excited when you do something illegal.
I'm in rehab, so don't tempt me.
I'd like to see your file.
I erased it. Good luck with that.
I have my ways.
Ready.
Everything ends where it begins.
You watch too many movies. So what are we looking for?
A red X.
Okay. Any ideas?
This is not the place. Let's not give up. Safe? Did they just clean it out?
Are you sure it's this safe?
If there was anything here, the feds got it.
Sorry.
We missed this one. Can you at least check what they took?
Probably. Okay. I'm convinced. Are we getting out of here?
Wait,
James?
it's not about the safe.
You just said the complete opposite.
I changed my mind.
They took everything out. What do you want us to do? X-ray it?
Great idea.
Why am I saying anything?
See? Cables lead somewhere.
Probably to the washing machine.
Over. There's some interference. Can you repeat?
Hello?
Yes?
Storm's coming. The electronics are freaking out.
Where do they lead?
What? What? To the electricity. Never mind.
Lá em cima.
Talking?
never understood this stuff.
Yet it doesn't surprise me in the least that Green was a real man of the people. At least that's what he wants you to see.
Right. Total bullshit.
Caramba, ó. Olá.
Why such a large generator for such a small safe?
This isn't a generator.
You sound like an expert.
I was helping my cousin repair pneumatics like this. Tech from a mortal era. Rich people love automated shit in their homes. We still don't know what this device is for. Just keep looking. This box could lift several tons.
Maybe it's pumping gel into the roots. Although, it doesn't look connected.
Aqui. Pra cá, lá embaixo.
Huh. Didn't they have wings?
Horses?
No, Pegasi.
Sarah, that's a horse. Pegasi are mythical creatures.
Some paleontologist you are. These days, horses are mythical too.
No, mythical animals are fictional. They never existed, whereas horses are extinct, like dinosaurs.
Of course. Thanks for the lecture, Professor.
Hey, you asked for it.
James, end of topic. Let's move on.
It's scary how little we know about the world before the Icarite.
No wonder they don't teach this in school. It's gone.
Tá perto. Cara, tem alguma coisa no chão. Ah, aqui.
The wall is a meter from the safe. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe we're missing something. Safe?
I'll lock him up.
You're asking my opinion?
What next?
We have a card. Bingo! The first rich dude's secret wall safe of my career.
Caramba!
You should be a thief.
I'm building my resume.
Nice to see you develop.
Hey, fuck you. This is my
Rapaz.
idea. Push it. James, what is happening?
Sarah? Oh, fuck. So green at a private dungeon. And perhaps it holds his stamp collection. Another victim. Just more questions. Brian Theodore Coven. What are you doing here? If it wasn't for his donations, orphanages in the city would disappear. Formal dress. A meeting? With a murderer? With Green? Let's check where you came from, Coven. What?
Caramba!
Making a mess. Get your act together. Don't you already know who the murderer is?
James?
I tried to, you know.
Are you there?
Sarah?
James, I thought you had joined the noble ranks of the dead.
How do you... Who... Where are you?
Why don't we start with where you are?
What is this place? What happened here?
Well, I have bad news. You're late for the party.
Crushed by a chandelier. Fancy way to go.
Perfect for the upper class.
The governor. Sans pants. Prestigious guest list. Chris Everson. Even my idiot neighbor has a bumper sticker. Wonder what he thinks about him and the law now. Anna Turner. Used to be a sports writer. We had some interesting interviews when my team was winning. Then
Then she got into politics and became editor of the whole paper. You had your last deadline. He was standing under it. I'll pick him up and find out who it is. Maybe I can lift the chandelier. Upstairs must have damaged the wires. Okay. Why did he fall? Where's the killer? Chris Everson. He'd sell his own mother for votes.
There was a scandal that he used his mother's illness in the campaign.
Shot. Needs a closer look. The Emperor of Screens. Make that God. There's no movie studio that doesn't kiss his ring. Maybe a little lower.
He influences more people than you think.
What is this? Everybody lies.
They learn to live a lie.
What happened here? Where's the damn killer? How did they die?
Losing your nerve.
Never mind. He was standing here before the chandelier fell on his head.
Cold-blooded murder.
We'll see.
Does it look like something else?
It looks like a piece of the puzzle. One that'll fit when it's time. Who brings a gun to a fancy party?
Fucking lack of culture.
$8mm. Are you sitting here with a loaded gun?
Think twice before inviting a paranoia case.
The shootout started. You probably didn't consider that. You didn't shoot that fucking thing down on your own head.
Are you sure?
He shot the killer. Was that... How are you feeling?
Better every minute.
How to quell the masses. Oh, nice. They even think about us after hours.
Well, their plans will have to wait.
He aimed toward the piano.
trail ends here. Lots of glass under your feet and nothing around. The killer had plenty of time to cover all traces. Like you got hit by a truck. Journalistic scum. Why so much glass?
Any complaints?
Fuck no. Glass, you, blood. Every piece brings me closer to you.
What if he hated himself and helped create a world where everyone hated each other?
Why are you keeping this company? I'm asking the questions this time. Sorry it's too late. Over the barrier? It's not everything. Gotta be more. Blagojevich. What do they have to pay him to take all the public's hate? So that was his spot. Government critic sitting with a propagandist. Yeah, burn it all down. Government critic sitting with a propagandist. Yeah, burn it all down. Shoe print. Maybe he ran? Where was the killer? Shit. Not enough data. I still don't know what this asshole was doing. Did you run away? Why in this direction? Doesn't make sense. It's too rich for my blood. Bottle? Did you chase the guy with it? I can respect that. Where were you sitting? Maybe the glass shards will show me. Bingo. So you were sitting here. You attacked, even though bullets were flying everywhere. What made you do that? That's where you were hiding. Fucking wiring. You've had your chance. No need to run across the middle of it all.
Well, better to do something than nothing at all in a situation like that. Although, as you can see, this is no guarantee of success.
promptly. Maybe he died in flight. Yet something or someone stopped him. Shot at Blagojevich. Low. Maybe Blagojevich saw Cadis and liked both their odds better. Did you feel a cold sweat on your back?
It would take more than that.
Right. You were lucky with that chandelier shot anyway.
Someone's being paranoid here. It's just fucking wiring.
Which gets in the way of my work. Need more light.
Who's Sarah?
What?
You mumbled her name when you were lying on the ground.
Don't know. I was delirious.
Misery loves company. Especially in the Force. Is she your liaison?
I'm off duty.
Right.
This reminds me of something. I saw one just like it in the safe. High voltage. Must be powering something big. Let's see what happens when we connect this contraption. Couldn't he just keep his skeletons in the regular closet like the rest of us? Came from. I thought nothing could surprise me today. Are these the ones I saw in holograms? Let's start with the photos. Pretty much everyone here knows each other. Burnt. Someone was shooting at close range? Senator Patricia Terrence. Oh, this is rich. They've been trying to make her out to be a terrorist for decades because she wanted to change the world. It turns out that they're all on one payroll. Time for pictures of your friend. I don't know you. They slaughtered him and bled him for... Is it an Icarite? No. It's impossible. It must be some kind of imitation.
Are you sure?
How did it all start? Was she the one who murdered him? Let's start with who the hell that guy is.
You know that by solving this case, you're helping cover it up.
Aren't you tired of these games? What's your point?
I want to help you. See? You dressed inappropriately. It was a theme party.
So she was over here. No, fuck it. Painted it.
Want one for the living room?
I'm not sure it matches my couch. I think I'm getting the picture. It's not about sex.
About what, then?
About culture, obviously. I thought he was using a different body. The actor and the senator's husband. He looks like a victim.
There can be X'd.
It's, .9mm, same assailant. Looks like the victim bled out before he got shot. Maybe the killer lost. He could have left the dish. It went straight through. Another casualty of your sick shit.
Imitation made from
I admire all, especially, but...
Aspiring liaison. How am I doing? Am I as good as that Sarah of yours?
Suddenly a shooter appears and takes out our star. Looks like he almost bled out before you shot him.
Are you suggesting there was more than one killer?
Unlike the rest, this one was murdered voluntarily. However fucked up that sounds. Different blood types.
Presumably, the senator had a pleasurable time with Drake.
Before you got her. She was bleeding like hell. Is that a weapon? Yeah, 9mm. Empty. I'm shooting blindly at Cadis. She gets hit and plays dead. Smart move. Was she trying to escape? Ritual toy. Sharp. The senator must have held it.
Drake's blood. And maybe yours too?
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine.
She was always ready to fight. That's why people believed in her. Was she waiting for her moment? Drake had type O negative blood. This is a different type. She surprised you? Tom bled and burned skin. They had to struggle, but he had the upper hand. A 9mm beats a piece of steel. She crawled away. Didn't you notice? Something else catch your attention? She almost gets you.
I guess you're on her side.
I can tell you that if she got you, she'd have my vote. Broken ribs. You crushed her when you fell on her, and she still didn't give up.
You underestimate me.
At least I understand the low position you shot Blagojevich from. And remember, Kata's shot in this direction. Good to know that not everything goes your way.
It's going great. Trust me.
So you scurried away like a cockroach. Bullet from a revolver. Probably Cadis's. I wonder how that got. They almost... You had to find a... You were lucky as fuck.
Don't underestimate me.
I wouldn't dare. How long have you been planning to kill that chandelier? Lucky. But respect where it's due. Also a really good shot. You made it. But I'd like to see your face after that. Your real face. Covered in blood and drool, twisted in fear.
Think it was any different than yours when you came in here?
You're always watching me, aren't you? Monitoring? You watching me with cameras?
The holograms. Somehow they were recorded. These holograms must be stored somewhere. There must be some tapes here. Where? Recording console. I wonder what it turns on. Zilch. Shrine with the weapons? Very subtle. I'll check to see if any victims were killed with this gun. .9mm, 5 bullets, half-empty clip. Did the killer shoot it? Or did they shoot at him? What does she have to do with all this? Money for a movie over 2 shells. She didn't like it and started adding conditions. You can't show it like that. The kiss is too long. Costumes like this aren't appropriate for kids. Boy ended up hanging himself. But she censored articles about it and nobody found out. You? Here? Desires except to kill, then it's high time to die indeed. Beginning. Edward Green. What did you have on him?
Look around. Do you really think anyone would need more than what you see?
Take me. Fuck. Not now. So close.
Rapaz!
Mount Olympus comes with a pocket Hades, a frozen hell where people pay the price for the gods' eternal hangover. I recognize this body. It should belong to an actor with his youngest bodies possible. No certificates. Right in this one? Age 21. Some unknown kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body.
They're all at the first subscription age. If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But Icarites, why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21, of course.
Motherfuckers. Transmitter.
You want to try it out?
Fuck you. I'm not like them. Same as on the table of greens. He was here. Green was probably using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you. You have your 5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may disappoint you.
Wait, what? This is Green. Senator. Attacking his back.
He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it? How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job. I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little slum secretary, Sarah Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah? You there? Fuck. I've restored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting. All those innocent souls.
Where are their Icarites?
You already know that. The actor was hung up on them.
Motherfuckers.
Does it look familiar?
Like documents from the CTC, but the certificate is missing.
return to Olympus like nothing happened.
What did you do to her? This much gel could blow up the Senate.
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here,
Yes.
and the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
I'm not green. You can't buy me. The silence in my earpiece was even more overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah. How could I let myself be tricked like this? She lived, but not how she lived. I would say below poverty line.
Rata
If
virou
not
uma
for the fact that
favela.
I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her. Probably even have a bar here. Focus, James. Sarah needs electricity, and lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see. These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here? Electric current powers up the antenna. Must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. Lady Liberty, down in the dirt.
most of it. It has to be here. I hope I'm not too late. Sarah? The murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week. What is this place?
Assim. Tá gostando?
I'd be an easy target.
Give it up! You're trapped!
Funny. You're the one bleeding.
You get one fucking chance. One!
Great. Just show yourself.
Eat lead, asshole.
be completely fucked for killing an officer's body. You cunt.
Oh shit. Sarah?
Caramba, ela que é a Sarah.
I'd love to see the look on the commander's face trying to explain our corpses in the slums.
I wouldn't be called on the carpet for once. I'd be buried under it.
Fortunately, in this body, it's hard to blow someone's head off. Did you get the shakes too?
I had a slight desynchro.
Sunken face, bloodshot eyes like a junkie. James, you know how strung out you look?
Me? You looked in the mirror lately?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking too. Someone's fallen into bad company.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
You're in your 30s, right?
29.
My bad.
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Cara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and
Ah, por
complicated.
que ela não mudou de corpo? Ela
Professional and complicated
pode viver pra
stories.
sempre, ela pode mudar de corpo.
Fuck.
Fala!
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy. But
Pô, cara, não
otherwise-
sei não qual é o jogo que ela vai dar hoje free, não. Sei não. Ainda não vi
Fine.
falar nada
You
sobre
want
isso
it?
não
Here it
hoje.
is. I rented my body on the black market.
Ontem ela deu o Star Wars, né?
What was your motive?
Battlefield,
Seriously?
depois deu o Star Wars,
I'm not
Battlefront.
I just...
Hoje eu não sei qual
What
vai
is
ser
this,
o
an
jogo não.
interrogation? No, fuck you.
Depois vou dar uma olhada pra ver. Se me interessar, vou pegar. Se for um jogo que me interesse.
What fucking emotions management issues?
Ela tava guardando tudo aqui, cara. A investigação. Então eles guardam as memórias. Aquelas memórias para transferir pro corpo.
Those mushrooms are funny.
Tem mais coisa por cá. Mais nada não. Ah, tem sim.
2042 Living Museum.
What an eyesore.
Did you say anything?
No, nothing. Lovely sculptures.
2042 Living Museums. In response to the continuing needs of the populace, the government has taken steps to save our planet's natural heritage. Selected rural...
What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. And back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. Instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
Nobody was looking after you.
You're on your own fast in the slums, because you can either afford children, or you can afford new bodies. Not both. I was ahead of my family by the time I was 15.
How'd you do it?
We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging for normal people. Portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Oh.
And the authorities just looked the other way?
They didn't give a shit. The slums. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. First subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back.
That's what happened. Missing.
After a month, her subscription expired. We were broke, and there was no one to help. She wound up in the bank. And the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out. No matter what it takes.
Ah, é ela
You're
que
the
tá lá.
detective. Now you know my motive.
Oh, fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
This is older than me. Blood tests from the beginning of the month. This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
Ever watch any westerns?
No. What are they about?
Oh, you'd love them. I think you'd identify with the characters. What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy? I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank. You know, sometimes I think that might be better. We get our time here and we can use it, and then, even if there was no after, maybe here and now matter more.
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
Did Dario also write riddles? There was one on the back of the book.
Yes! The Chicken of Justice could only be summoned by solving one.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
I had a bit of a head start thanks to my sports career, but it didn't come out of nowhere either. From a previous life. I earned it.
You must have had a hard time.
Bottoms up. Honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
Great. What's our poison?
The slum's chief export, apart from bodies. Moonshine.
Nice. The worse the neighborhood, the better the hooch. What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah. Alright. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one?
They said it was recycled. Give one
recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
It's not sleep when you're in the bank. It's nothingness. You don't feel anything.
Like transferring in CTC? I remember what you said.
And you remember that I'd still choose the bank?
James, I have to save her! Fuck! You understand?
Get it. Sometimes you have to cross the line. And if you do it, at least make it for someone you love.
Well, I don't know if that's what I want.
Do you know what I'd give to see Rachel again? Fucking anything.
Thanks for being straight with me.
Press your finger.
I can handle it.
Sarah, I get the feeling you're not telling me something.
I suppose it'll come out sooner or later. It's about Jane Salma.
What about her?
You could say that.
What?
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Okay. I'll trust you. At least I'll try.
Much appreciated.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question.
Yeah?
Why don't you tell me?
I told you.
Based on, did something happen?
Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start? He doesn't act normal.
Could this be desynchro?
James, I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload.
Oh, haven't heard that before. Good to know you still have feelings for them.
They didn't die because of money.
Yeah, they had plenty of it. There had to be another reason. I still don't get that part of the story. When I think that they really used the...
At least the motherfucker's dead.
Everyone like him deserved it.
How did you describe it? That you're losing control of yourself? It's a kind of consciousness erosion. We'll increase the dose of ambrosia and the amount of synchro tests. It should help.
I need something better.
We don't have anything else yet. I'm working on it.
It's one big joke.
I'm getting used to the big names of the corpses at our feet. What are they doing there, apart from the obvious?
Together they worked on how to calm the riots, how to use the Fourth Estate. Who knows if they would have failed.
Dickheads. Lots of familiar faces, but compared to Green, they're small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions eat up.
Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have in this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. His own transfer machine.
There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least three possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. Like I said, I have at least 3 hypotheses.
Yes, ma'am.
How sure are you of that?
Very. About 30%.
I feel like following this lead might take a long time.
I'm just looking at all the angles.
Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that. Wasn't it more profitable to keep him alive? Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs. The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart. How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
Why'd you become a cop?
Oh, please, it's... Okay. Let's try to draw... It all comes... Could Green really be a puppet?
I thought so, but the more I watch the Red Room and foyer footage, the more I doubt it. Green, the way he gestures and talks to himself, he looks crazy.
Talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy.
You know what I mean, when he's waving his arms and hurting himself. But I have no idea what taking over a body would look like. Fuck, I don't know. Which one of them was behind this? Green or the killer?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. The trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro after
Caramba,
all.
a trama do jogo é bem legal, mano.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.
Oh, I think I have something. 2 weeks. No, shit. I was wrong. Forget it.
Sarah, rewind.
No, you can't touch your own case, or reconstruct it, or explain it. You can't defend yourself.
I'm the only one who can.
Oh, the fucking savior of the world. Can't you let go just this once?
You know the answer.
Damn you. Hang on.
I have to... What's this?
A new earpiece. This one shouldn't be so easy to spot.
Ah, thanks.
Looking in the mirror at yourself, sometimes the scariest thing imaginable. But it was time to face myself on my own, without dragging anyone else down.
Shady. He's connected. Oh, this guy's... Wait for me. We'll get it sorted together.
Seth?
Who else, genius? The voice of your conscience?
I have one of those.
Don't go. This is no ordinary schmuck who slinks packages in the street. I just entered the initials and Hestia asked, am I satisfied with my work? They're calling from the top about it. This will end worse than usual.
Lean on him and get something. I'll find out what happened.
Fine. But what if you don't?
I will. Whatever it takes.
I can't cover your ass if you do this. Jake!
We just received word of gunshots in Central Park. Crowd is panicking.
The problem with this statement is that there are only two kinds of medicine that work. Those with an awful taste, and narcotics.
James, are you there?
Good to hear you.
I'll be on the line, but remember, in this place, desynchro can be deadly. Got any symptoms yet?
Thanks. Never felt better.
Damn it.
I can't see anything. Do you think there are any traces left after all this time?
I was here. How am I not one big lead?
It was almost midnight and there were still some children on the train. Maybe some parent forgot a birthday and rushed to the store. I hope.
No ticket jokes, conductor? Anything?
That motherfucker had to shoot after Rachel had a similar one. She recorded the...
Watching the neon lights of the bathing city. Oh no. What? No!
Had nowhere to run or hide. Some bodies were permanently damaged. There's something here. I have to check it out. The frame looks shot through. I'll check it. Looks familiar. It fits my gun. Did I? No. I don't have enough information to reconstruct. Refusal of body credit. This guy just hit the memory bank from here. There was a major firefight here before the derailment. I'll check where the shooter was. Most of the blood evaporated in the fire. Maybe the UV will detect something. So many different people. Shoot.
Is it
I was ankle deep in blood. This is mine.
James?
I need to look for more evidence.
I don't know if reconstructing is a good idea.
around here somewhere.
I already have a lot of data. I'm going to reconstruct.
James, think again. The reconstructor will try to use your memories because you were there.
It'll be fine, Sarah.
No, you won't. Wait. James, wait for me. I'll be back in a moment. I have something. I'll explain later.
What's going on?
We'll get through this difficult moment together. Can't remember? I'll tell you what happened.
I was chasing a dealer who was running away in the crowd.
You shot up those people.
Oh! Passengers. It wasn't me. He overwrites my memories. What does he know about the train? From the synchronized? Is this how he brings out memories? Get out of my head!
Are you alive? That's fucking blood?
Killer uses your memories against you like a parasite. Squeezes into gaps left by the desyncs and modifies them. I don't know. He hacked synchro tests and finds out everything? He does it somehow.
Run away from there. Come home and we'll talk about it. Don't reconstruct any further, understand? I can't be with you now.
What?
I'll explain later. My body is in trouble. Okay? Over and out.
Ele o tempo todo.
Why do people keep leaving you?
I need to get to the next car.
As long as you don't get consumed by frustration.